Hey there, YouTube friends. This is Carrie with Any Day Blessings. And here on the channel, I show you mostly about our homeschool journey and all of the stuff that we're using and the different tips and tricks and day in the life, all that kind of stuff. Over on my blog and Facebook and Instagram accounts, I also share more to do with frugal living and thankful living and things like that. So if any of that interests you, I would encourage you to subscribe either here or over on the blog or both. Today, I'm going to show you our unit studies that I just picked up from Notgrass. Now, Notgrass is known for their history programs. They have now elementary through high school history, and they also have a bunch of other resources. And I'll show you in the at the end a couple of those other options, or where you can find those other options that they offer. These are two things that I picked up. These are 2 unit studies, and there are others on their website, but these are 2 that I picked up. And I'm going to flip through these and show you them and give you just a brief rundown of how we plan to use them. But then as we go, as we get closer to Thanksgiving and to Christmas time, I will give a more thorough walkthrough, or not walkthrough, but just some more update videos, I guess, about how we're actually using it and how it's working. But this is just going to be a flip through so you can see what's inside here. The price on their website, I believe, is right around $8. And you can also get this in PDF form if you don't want to print it out. These ones were actually bound and printed by Notgrass. So there is a nice, sturdy, laminated cardstock cover. So I don't really have a means to print. My printer's on the fritz, and I really don't like to print out a bunch of stuff anyway. I just try and find the printed copy if I can. So I'm going to pull this one aside. We'll look at Thanksgiving first. Now, I want to highlight something to you about these. A lot of resources will have, a lot of publishers will have some sort of general statement about photocopying and using this within your family. I wanted to highlight with these that there is a little note about not copying this, and then there is also a note about how many copies should you purchase, and it says you need 1 per child. So the assumption with this is that you would not be photocopying this even for members of your own family. I just wanted to highlight that because a lot of people have kind of become accustomed to that. But this is only $8. Like I said, this is only $8, and you can certainly find ways to share this among different children in your family so that you're not breaking that copyright law. And I will show you what I plan to do along those lines. So let's get right into it and start looking. There are some general instructions we'll come to about how to use it, and it kind of gives you a breakdown of the lessons. There are 15 of them. There are some Thanksgiving crafts that we'll look at, and a scrapbook and an answer key. Now, one thing I will point out is there are 15 lessons, and I'm going to point out how we plan to use this as we go, but just kind of if you don't make it through the video, just wanted to highlight that I plan to stretch this out over several Thanksgiving seasons. I don't plan to use this all at one time. I can't take 15 days and just do this sort of thing for history. That would like throw my schedule off. I'm a very schedule type A person, and so I would plan to spread this out over several Thanksgiving seasons. So when you consider that, spreading it out and using it for multiple years, that $8 cost per child really, really is a great value, especially once you see what's in here. So there's some great tips about using the course, some scheduling considerations, and then here are the lessons. And I'm just going to flip through and let you look at the varied type of activities. We have some word scramble, fill in the blank. There is scripture throughout, and this is actually a language arts activity, so it's cross-curricular. It's not just history. There are several different readings, puzzles, things like that throughout. They give a history lesson, but they do actually have you do some creative writing. They have you do some parts of speech work, so it's all different types of activities. Now, I mentioned that I might have both my children use this at the same time. Now, my daughter can't really do a lot of these puzzles, but she would love to color this scarecrow. So I could just put this book down with my 2 children and say, okay, after Mommy is done reading this, Andrew, I want you to try and do the puzzle, and Abby, you're going to go ahead and color the scarecrow. And so I could still have them both use this copy, but not go against that copyright notice at the beginning. My son loves these little symbol puzzles. He loves these kinds of things. But my daughter wouldn't be able to do it, so she's going to color the picture there or something like that. I'm gonna just flip through so you kind of get the idea. Lots of different types of activities. I like this one here, Thanksgiving and magazines, going to different magazines and seeing the different Thanksgiving celebrations depicted there. Some creative writing here. There's actually going to be Thanksgiving football, which my son will love. He would like to hear the history of that a little bit. I'm going to flip through here. You kind of get the idea. Back here to the Thanksgiving crafts section. This is actually noted within the curriculum itself when to do these, but you could certainly, just have a day where you just do 3 or 4 of these. My son probably won't like these as much, so he'll probably do the puzzles up front, and my daughter will probably do some of the crafts. He might want to join in from time to time, but I think primarily my daughter's going to be the crafty one. This, you guys, I think is so precious. This is an heirloom tablecloth where you have family members all put their handprints on. Wouldn't it be neat to just keep this from year to year and spread that over your Thanksgiving table and just seeing God's bountiful blessing over your family, to see all those handprints? I just imagine that being tremendously precious as people go home to be with the Lord, and new little ones are added and things like that. I just think this would be a very meaningful project to do. Then some clip art that you can cut out and put on some of the cards that you make and things like that. And then if you have older students that like to write or journal, maybe they're not so into coloring and crafts and puzzles, but you have a writer among you, and you can use this little Thanksgiving blessings sheet, and there are instructions for how to use this. You can actually just give this to an older child, and this could be their activity. So I think you can use this one book without violating that copyright notice among multiple ages of children. But if you have, 4, 5, 6 children, you are going to want to purchase them their own copies. Or if you have children that would want to do everything in here and would want their own, then certainly you need to buy their own copies at the start. They do have an answer key here. And this is what I wanted to show you real quick. So we know about history, okay, but Notgrass actually has several other categories of resources on their website. They have student planners and assignment books and things like that, and record keeping books. They have these art books. I don't know if you're really seeing. This picture is really tiny, but it's learning art as you go through the scriptures. We plan to pick up the Proverbs one for next year, I'm thinking, and maybe even this Learn to Draw book. Here are their holiday studies. Now, what's not shown here is another one they have on their website about the Olympics. There are Olympics in 2020, so be watching for that one to appear on my channel. I'm looking for someone who already has it printed out, because that one's only available in an ebook form, and like I said, my printer's on the fritz, so I am looking for a printed copy of their Olympics unit study so that I can pick that up and start to prep that over the spring for the upcoming 2020 Olympics. And then they have these are going to be on my channel soon, those Bible studies. When we finish our Master Books Bible that I picked up for this coming year, we will probably hop into these. I really like the look of those, and so you can keep your eye out for those on my channel. And then just some various family books. I really like some of their DVD options as well. So wanted to just point that out since it was in the back there. Now let's look at the Christmas one. And I'm going to be a little quicker through this one because I see the video is getting a little long here. But again, this is probably more than I'll do in 1 year. Move up here a little bit. I will probably spread this out over several Christmas seasons. There is a section in the back, a baby book for Jesus, and it's basically making a book in as if Jesus was telling the story of his birth. Like, I was born in a manger. I was born to Mary and Joseph. So there's a little baby book for Jesus. And this is the perfect activity for some of those younger children who maybe aren't ready to do some of the puzzles and word searches and fill in the blanks in the front. So again, really appealing to all different ages in this. And then I love this section, Christmas traditions around the world. I'll show you that. That's the craft section. And then some more creative writing. So some just general directions about how to use this. Some supplies needed, and then we get right into the lessons. Now, the lessons themselves are meant to be done in one day, but I do plan to spread it out over several years. So this would all be, here, let me go back. This would all be one lesson here. Okay, yeah, so these 1, 2, 3, 4, that's all one lesson. But like I said, I plan to spread this out a bit, so I may not do all that in one day. We'll see. I'll let you know, like I said, in future videos how we're actually walking through it. I mainly just wanted to show it to you today. There are little prompts here about completing the baby book as you go along. So you can do that concurrently, or you could just go through and just one year just do just the baby book. There are actually also little reminders about the crafts and the creative writing as well. I'm sorry, I was forgetting what I was gonna say there. Sorry about that awkward pause. So see here is the creative writing. So prompts throughout for doing all that if you want to do it concurrently, or if you just want to. I want to show you this. If you just want to do it all together, you can. So here's another example of how you could use it with multiple ages. So my son could do the fill in the blank using the word bank here, and my daughter could look at this picture and then draw her own manger scene down here. So again, just trying to give you ideas for ways to use this. If your children don't all, like doing all of these activities, and they don't all want their own book, I do believe you can share without having to make copies. Okay, so I'm just going to flip to the back now to show you the crafts. You get the idea of the types of activities. Oh, I do want to show you this. I'm sorry. I do want to show you one of the songs. They do little studies of the Christmas hymns and like when they were written. Okay, that's not it. Okay, here's one. This is a visit from Old St. Nicholas, and it tells the story of that Christmas poem. But where is one? There was one about, oh, well, just take my word, guys. They do songs about Christmas and their history. I really want to find, here it is. Oh, come. Nope, that's not it. Here's one. So Away in the Manger, it tells a little story about it. It gives you an activity to do and then the words. So carol stories is what they call it. I love those. Those are throughout here too. And then here are the Christmas crafts. Here's the baby book for Jesus, and it gives you directions about cutting this out, putting it on construction paper. So you can see this could be for like a preschool, kindergarten child, and then they get into other crafts from around the world. So these all go in the baby book here. And then we get into the country crafts, Christmas around the world. So we go here, I'll just flip. There's lots of directions here for completing this craft. And this could even just be some nice ornaments for your tree or decorations. I usually string up some sort of string or something, and we hang this kind of stuff up across our dining room. So, and then there are some creative writing pages. Again, perfect to bring in those older kiddos. get some journaling in. If you don't really school much in December, but you want to still kind of have something, I think this would be great to just take a little break from your normal routine, but still get a little cross-curricular stuff in there. Of course, there's an answer key and then the other products they offer that I already showed you. So those are the 2 unit studies I picked up from Notgrass. And now I'm just going to announce our giveaway winner. If you don't remember what the prize is, I'll show you the prize here. Here, I'll move this away so you can see. The prize was God's Amazing Creatures and Me, the devotional book from Master Books. I did do a complete flip through of this book and how we plan to use it, so please check that out. And then also, because I am a Lilla Rose stylist, I decided to pamper Mom a little bit here. These are a pair of Helen bobby pins. They are there's a very beautiful iridescent stone there, and it kind of picks up different colors depending on the lighting. So a set of those bobby pins, as well as our mini flexi clip. This one is called Sable. And if you're not familiar with the flexi clip, it's flexible, so it actually conforms around your hair and it provides just the right amount of tension to stay in without pulling on your hair. So I love these. This is what's in my hair 24, well, not 24/7, but whenever I'm awake, this is what's in my hair. And I absolutely love them. They come in 7 different sizes, and I will leave a link below if you want to see more about those. But some lucky lady is getting these along with this, and the winner is Misty O'Donnell. So congratulations, Misty. I do have your email from the entry form, so I will be giving you an email. And as long as you reply back to me by this Friday, I will, so let's see, what's the date? The 14th. I'm giving you lots of time because I know we're all busy. As long as I hear back from you by June 14th, I will get these out to you. Now, for some reason, if she doesn't get back to us, then I'll pick another winner, okay? But I'm sure she will. I'm sure she'll snap this up real quick. So that's what I have for you today, guys. Again, I will leave the link below where you can pick these up. Just a quick word about that. I am an affiliate for Notgrass, so if you do use that link, it's just a way to say I appreciate this review, and I would benefit in a small way from that, and I say thank you for doing that if you choose to purchase these there. But even if you don't, even if you just want to go and look at them, I will leave that link below because I really think this is just a fun way to get in some extra learning, some history and things like that, but done around what the season is about. So pick these up if these would be of interest to you, and I will catch you in the next video.